Good evening, folks. This is your friend Amechi Eke, and I welcoming you to this interesting brief broadcasting about TBC. No doubt, I know that you know me to be the one always talking about what I know how to do best, and that is talking about TBC. And this evening, I'll be using this very opportunity to tell you more about the interesting thing about this very great opportunity that all of us have come to click into. It's always good when you know that something that you're doing is something that is generally accepted and people are beginning to see that what you've been talking about or what you've been saying or telling them is not fraud or anything scam at all. So I am welcoming you once again to this very broadcasting that I'm doing this evening here in Nigeria. It's a cool day, and I must say the day has been bright despite that we are having the cold that we are now in Ramadan period in Nigeria. But notwithstanding, the weather is okay. We don't have much complaint about it. So as you can see, I want to briefly talk about something that interests me in this community, and that is TBC community. If there's anything that any one of us want to really appreciate is the admin sincerity. Whatever the admin says, admin is always ready to keep to his or her word. Many things we have seen, and that is one secret that has kept sincere ones coming on to really register and help others to do exactly what they did. What is that? Admin promises of giving free cookies for registering, free cookies for bringing in members, free cookies for doing transactions, free cookies for doing broadcasting, and much more. All these things is a way of trying to help us really appreciate that what is being saying or be said about many things happening around the world today is not a joke. So those people who really want to see the clear fact that it's no longer business as usual, they need to see that different things in the community have never been anything of, let's say, is this really so or not, but something that has really been working perfectly the way it's supposed to be done. Looking around the world today, if you find out that financially people are confused, they don't know where to run to, they don't know what next to do. They are just scrambling, trying to fix the unfixable. But here in TBC, we have the opportunity and we have the privilege of knowing well in advance what is happening and calling people to come and get involved in TBC. It's like helping them to be prepared ahead of time. Look at TBC today, the value has been going up and up. Nobody can really say exactly what is happening to Bitcoin, but notwithstanding, it's really helping us to see that when admin tells us that we need to maintain the agreement of never allowing TBC to come down, we are seeing the value. And we're seeing that something that has never been done or that's never been experimented with, something like TBC, has really given us enough exposure to so many realities, so much realities that people don't really know much about. But thank God we have seen the benefit of living and trying to do things rightly with those people who are exposed. Because in the community, you don't have pushovers. In TBC community, you find out that when you are listening to them talking, when you are listening to broadcasters, when you are listening to people talking about what they know about the community, and especially when you convince someone or expose the opportunity in TBC to them, the reasonable ones don't have any problem trying to grasp what you're saying because they read through, they follow the blog, and they really understand that yes, this thing is like something great. This vehicle won't just allow one to hear words. It's just part of it anyway. So, what am I trying to say? We are not to reinvent the wheels in the community. We are not to teach admin what to do. We are rather best when it comes to following the instructions. When we follow the instructions, we see the benefit of doing things rightly. Admin have been telling us what to do, but many a times some of us in the community we try to act as if we know the whole game more than admin, but it's not so. I got elated some days ago when I said that someone I helped into the community actually got so much interested because when he see that whatever admin says is happening, it was a kind of, how am I going to accumulate so many this and how will I be able to reach? I said, just do the basic things. Just do the first transaction, verify it, and let me show you how you can do videos and the rest of things like that. And when everything seems to be working exactly the way it was stated in the blog, it got carried away, and that's it. So when we try to help people to do what is necessary in the community, what we are going to see is nothing but positive results. But when we try to reinvent the wheel, trying to come up with our own ideologies, which is not the best way that has been stated in the blog, we see ourselves having so many challenges. And that brings about people saying that, wow, this thing is not really working. This thing is a scam. This thing is this, is not. No, TBC is not a scam. Yeah, I don't know. TBC is not a scam. TBC is something that is real and people are seeing it already. It's something that has really come to prove to us that yes, it's never been tried. But this, among all what have been said so far, among what people have been venturing into, it's like TBC has actually given them a good run for their money. Sometimes I see myself belonging to some programs, and at the end of the day, after doing my best to promote it or to promote them, at the end of the day, I try hiding because most of what those fly overnight programs promise to do, they don't do it. And you find out that you have ended up fooling yourself. You have ended up commonizing yourself, so to say. Your dignity is always at stake. So when I find out that what I promote and whatever I come into things, anything, I always like to do it with just sincerity. But it makes no sense when you are sincere with something that is insincere. When you are sincere with program being run by scammers, dubious people who are trying one way or the other to scam people, but then you pour out your heart trying to promote them, not knowing that you are doing something wrong. So close to 3 years now, I've not seen anything that TBC says that is not working. The only thing that may seem not to be working is when TBC says that something is like this, or the admin said that this thing is going to be like this. But as the progress is being made, and along the line, something comes up that will definitely not make it to be what the admin actually wanted to be. You see, the program withdrawn. So all these things are changes, and changes are necessary for us to get going. If you remain stiff, that means you are going nowhere. If you remain stiff, that means what we are doing, we just hit a rock. But TBC admin has been wonderful, has been working effortlessly, trying to steer this community to where nothing bad will happen to it. And so far, so good. It's been interesting stories all through. We've been telling people that TBC is unlike any other thing ever tried. Yes, I say it, and I stand my ground to say it. TBC, when you try to follow the instructions as outlined there in the blog, you have so many things, so many good stories to tell. You don't go about telling people what's not the truth. You don't go about telling people you come to TBC, invest money and this, if you didn't ever you start cashing into your money from bank to bank. No, those things are lies. We cash flow in TBC. We help people to see the benefit of helping others, the benefit of helping people to do exactly what you did. Help them to cash flow, and that is bringing in members. Sometimes people get deceived or confused that they don't have more people to bring into the community. How many are we in TBC? We have about 7 billion around the world, and we are complaining that we don't have people to bring in. It's just a question of not being sincere enough or allowing unnecessary fears to hinder us from helping others to really appreciate what we are doing. So in TBC, when we look at how everything is happening in the world, around the world today, we see that, wow, the best thing or the best opportunity has come for us to really appreciate it. I was listening to one of my new member the other day. I'm just saying that the way he come to understand the concept about this, the issue of ending poverty. Ending poverty is for those who really appreciate what you are doing. Yes, TBC is promises of ending poverty globally. That is for those who are interested in following the outline method by the admin. Those who are interested in doing things the way they are. So let us stop deceiving and confusing ourselves that TBC is not working. TBC is working. It's only that people are not working it. But if you work TBC, believe me, TBC is going to surprise you. Is it the cash flow of TBC? And sometimes what people get wrong is this. Get wrong is this. They they lie to others. When they lie to their new members, when new members start seeing that what they're saying is actually what they told them was actually wrong thing or lies, they try to see any other way of trying to heap the lies on admin. That admin promised this, admin promised that. It's not so. Whatever admin promised you is for your good. If admin says something and later that thing is not working out, admin will quickly withdraw it because admin doesn't want TBC to crash. Instead of crashing, what we are seeing in the community is that things is becoming more and more better. It's getting more and more interesting. It's getting more and more sophisticated, not even in any way complicated. It's not complicated because what we see complicating around the world today is the elite financial system. People are being deceived into various scams, all in the name that this program is wonderful, this program is from heaven to earth, and things like that. But look at TBC. Take your time to study and follow through. Let's stop deceiving ourselves that we have it all when we don't have anything. Let's appreciate this wonderful opportunity that we have in TBC and promote TBC exactly just the way it is. And when we help people to see that this thing is real, this thing is working, this thing can only work when we do the necessary things and do it rightly, people will now see that yes, we are not trying to cajole them into something scamish, but we are simply telling them nothing but the truth. Aha. When you tell somebody nothing but the truth, the person appreciates it. I was discussing with a new member the other day, asking me, so you mean that, okay, supposing I bring a certain amount of money into this, and after about a month now, I want to quickly withdraw it. How do I do it? I said, if anybody tells you that you have a means of automatically withdrawing your money from TBC, that person is telling you nothing but lie. You can only withdraw by cash flowing. Even as you are talking now, if you get others involved, that is cash flow. Aha. Because as a new person, you may not have enough kringles to service your new members. So you do 50-50 partnership with your sponsor. And that's the beauty of it. So even now, TBC has created an opportunity whereby people can cash flow comfortably. People can make money and even make TBC a full-time employment or work, so to say. Yeah, it's a full-time job because when you realize that what you will spend the whole month to struggle for, if you put serious effort, you can get it within a day in TBC, even more than that within just a day in TBC. So what are we saying? People should learn to face the fact. People should learn to face the truth. It is no longer the idea of trying to tell others what is not the truth. No. People have been lying. You even surprised the other day to see that even most of the things, the stories that we heard about the Titanic, all those things, most of them were cooked up stories, trying to prevent some certain things just to suit few. So when you realize that you are in the truth, that what you are doing is real, don't allow shame, don't allow fear, don't allow whatsoever or people's apathy to hinder you. Okay? Today I can conveniently say that TBC has really done much for me. Yes. I'm only having trouble or some problem if I decide not to do it. Sometimes I get carried away by other things and other things. But when I realize that I'm making mistakes and come back to what the admin has been telling us, I'm always surprised to see that, wow, so if I had actually continued with doing this. And another thing of belonging to TBC is that if you have belong to something that is credible, something that is real, authentic something, it will reflect on you. You will learn to follow along. But if you belong to all these fly by night programs, you're always trying to hide. You're always trying to convince people to do what can only benefit you. You're only trying to convince people to quickly do something so that as if time is running against you. But all those things are lies. But in TBC, comfortably, you can sit down, you can relax, you can help people to appreciate that what you're doing is this. Look at the way it is. Your dignity as a person remains intact. Because come rain, comes sun, if I know that what I tell you is the truth, I don't have any problem repeating it again and again. I only have problem if I notice that I'm lying. So I may be trying to hide, to cover up some coverables and things like that. But when we realize the opportunity we have in TBC community, wow, please, no matter how poor you may tend to be, open your eyes and see the great opportunity right there in your hand. TBC is the best opportunity I can see around the world today. Yes. Many choose to play ostrich. Many used to pretend as if nothing is happening. So many things is happening. When you expose yourself to the news media, because so many things have been hidden before now are actually getting opened. So when you see all those things, it's like we are being forewarned. So let's not play the ostrich in any way. Let's stand up and follow up things just the way it is. Ask me again, I'll tell you that I'm very happy for belonging in this very community. People should open their eyes and do the needful. People should open their eyes and come into TBC and learn what is needed. Okay? I could remember when the GSM industry come anew in Nigeria, many people even don't even know how to use phone. But because it has become so rampant today, you can even see elderly women using it to play music, using it to snap pictures and things like that. But excuse me, these are the things that was not possible some years ago. So helping people to appreciate the new formation, the new way of doing things, the digital money which blockchain is introducing to us, help people to understand that TBC is the best opportunity they can get into and really appreciate themselves for saying yes to a good thing such as TBC. So, as you can see, it is getting dark. It's evening already here in Nigeria. But I just feel that I need to quickly say something about it because sometimes when you know the right thing to do and you keep quiet, you'll be just deceiving yourself. So, let us help people, especially those who are having doubts, confounded fears. Let's help them to appreciate the beauty of belonging to TBC, the beauty of partnering with this very great opportunity. I remember my humble self, Amechi Eke, and I want you to also do your best by coming into this very community. And if you're already a member already, please do not for anything go about telling people lie. Do not lie to people. Don't lie for them because when you lie, that lie will be haunting you. Open up, tell them the facts as stated in the blog. Okay? When you read the blog and follow things exactly the way they are, you will appreciate being a member of TBC. Admin is not in any way deceiving us. Admin has been trying very much to help people really appreciate what is in store for the humankind. So, thank you for paying attention and thank you for spending your time to listen. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos and help us to promote this great opportunity because it is something that will really come to change so many things for good. So become a member of TBC community and help others to do the same thing. Learn to follow people that actually know what they are doing and stop following those who don't know what they are doing. Thank you so much for paying attention. I name my horrible self, Amit Yeke. Bye for now. I remain blessed. Cool? None.